Okay, you want to start us off, buddy?
Chalo.
So, let's go.
Hmm.
I guess we should now be live because I just switched the camera. It should be. I mean, I guess. Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yes, it was. So I just wanted to speak for 5 minutes, and this is just a test of the recording setup that we have. And what else, man? How's it going with you?
RK, how do you feel now that your studio is a reality?
It's great, man. When did we start this? We started this last December. Last December, I remember sending you a WhatsApp message. Hey, we should have a podcast, right? And I mean, yeah, the reason why I wanted to do that was I didn't want to miss any of our conversations. We were having very interesting conversations at that time, right?
Right.
What were the classes and everything that we were having? Very interesting conversations. So I didn't want to sort of miss any of those conversations. Wanted to record it, and I think
also remember that your experiments that you were doing. So
yes,
a way to probably record that for posterity.
Yeah.
Bring it to the larger population.
Bring it to the larger population. But it's not just that. I want to sort of go on a journey of learning. When you work for a service company, and on top of that, when you work on a very specific product, I work on an insurance product, and have been so for since 2011, I guess, 2011. So that's 9 years. Before that, I mean, I was generally like a Java guy, but even then I was still working on only insurance products and things like that. So it is easy for you to get pigeonholed into a very specific set of skills that are pertinent only to the insurance industry. And you know what happens with that, right? I mean, you lose focus on what is happening in the outside world. Every 5 years, you open the browser window you open a web page, or you ask Google what's going on. People have already moved on to Python. I mean, people moved on to Python and I didn't even realize it, right? From Java to Python. Then there is Ruby, and then there is AI, and all of that thing that happens, it sort of feels like I've missed the boat. This is an exercise in getting back on track.
But you were
essentially
also doing these JavaScript projects to sort of
on the side to keep in touch and all of those things. I do have some opinions on JavaScript frameworks and things like that we'll cover as time goes on.
And
as
you
time
also
goes on.
want to learn other technologies.
Other technologies also. I've already started learning Python, but you got me interested in the Go programming language. The other day you were talking about you can program Go for specific cores within the CPU, right? Is that what you?
You have this concurrency thing where you can take advantage more easily of the cores that are there nowadays in most processors.
So the immediate thing that I was talking about was pi calculation. I'll tell you what, there are so many algorithms that you can use to calculate pi, and I was thinking maybe we can have 4 algorithms. Maybe we can at some point write some sort of a program that can calculate pi in 4 different in 4 different ways, and we can allocate each one of them to different cores to see which comes out on top.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, see which comes out on top. Incidentally, just speaking about pi, the one that Ramanujam invented, or the one that he had a lot of contribution in, that actually apparently is the fastest way to calculate pi. And in fact, I think pi, 1 billion digits now? They've calculated pi to 1 billion digits. I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong. We'll look it up. But that is essentially the fastest one. It's a pretty complicated formula. Okay, let's try this switching transition thing. Let's try switching different. So right now the camera is looking at the both of us. I know that's F1. Let me just have a look at OBS Studio. Let's do F2. I think that's the code. That's the code part of it. So if I was to write some code or something like that, you should be able to see this. I want to type farts, but I'm not sure. All right. So that's about it. So F3, I guess would. Oh, nope. F3 basically looks at me, and F4. So we got that covered and back to us. All right.
Yeah.
We will add some opening sequences and things like that to the thing, to the podcast. I know I'm probably I'm probably late to the whole podcast game, but there's also this quote: the best time to have started something was 10 years ago.
Sure.
The next best time is today. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we started this in December. I was a little bit apprehensive about spending a lot of money and seeing how it goes. But then I think the thing was, I don't want to be like 70 years old at some point in time and not having tried anything. Right? We have the space now. We got like a nice, beautiful thing going on in the background.
Yeah.
Got a nice separate studio.
Yeah.
Not just for us. I mean, this could be like a proper nice meeting room.
Yeah.
Anyone can use this. It's actually pretty good. Yeah.
Cool. So
You think this is good?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
I think this rocks. Let's see how this sounds.